Hey Deep Peeps, it's Laura. I'm the host of Deep Look and I'm a health and science reporter at KQED in Northern California. Thank you so much for all the questions you've submitted about the coronavirus, and we are going to answer 4 of them today. And keep in mind, the information about the coronavirus is always changing, so we're answering them with the best of our knowledge right now. All right, so the first question is, what does it mean to be asymptomatic? It means that you test positive for the coronavirus and have no symptoms, like a cough or a fever or a sore throat. You could also be pre-symptomatic. And being pre-symptomatic means that you test positive for the coronavirus and you don't have any symptoms now, but you will in the future, maybe in a week or a few days. The reason why this is important to think about is because if someone is asymptomatic or pre-symptomatic, they could still be shedding the virus and therefore spreading the virus to people that they love. So they could be a silent spreader. And if that's you, you might feel fine and you might go about your life and maybe not be as careful as you would be if you knew that you actually did have COVID-19. So that's why various countries are taking all sorts of precautions, saying, even if you don't have a fever, stay at home, wear a mask, wash your hands. All right, next question. Can you get reinfected? This question is very interesting because when we get the coronavirus, most of us develop antibodies. And what happens is when we get other viruses or other diseases, we can at times develop an immunity to those through the antibodies that our body creates. So this happens with measles. With measles, we can be, oftentimes, are immune for life once we've had it. But it doesn't happen for other things, like the common cold. You can just get that again and again and again. Right now, we do not know what happens with this coronavirus. We don't know if we will be able to just be immune forever. That would be totally awesome. Or if we would get it again and again. The reason why this really matters is because it will help us figure out how we get out of this pandemic. If we have immunity after we have had the coronavirus, then maybe we can start going about living our lives the way we always have. Go back to work, go back to school, and not be worried about getting the coronavirus again. But again, this is something we just do not know. All right, here's our next question. Can the virus infect and damage other organs or parts of the body? We have focused a lot on how the virus impacts the lungs. In fact, we made a whole Deep Look video about it. And if you haven't seen it yet, please go check it out. We talk about it in very minute detail. But what we're learning as we live with this virus is that it doesn't just impact our lungs. It can also impact other parts of our bodies, of our bodies. It can give us blood clots. It can impact our heart by weakening the muscle or maybe causing heart arrhythmia, or even a heart attack because of those blood clots. It can impact our kidneys, making us need dialysis to support the work of the kidneys. It could even give us some other stranger, less common symptoms, like impacting our gastrointestinal tract and causing vomiting or diarrhea. It could also give us a rash on our toes and fingers in some cases, a purple rash. And that's because the virus is attacking the blood vessels. So we're still learning about this, and we could even see more things coming out in the days and weeks to come. Next question, and the final question, is how does COVID-19 mutate? And what does that mean exactly? The way that COVID-19 mutates is how all viruses mutate, which is normal for a virus. It's normal in their life cycle to mutate. And what that means is that it's making small changes, often by mistake, when it's copying itself. So the way that the virus works is it goes and hijacks one of our cells, uses the resources to make copies of itself. And it's making copy after copy after copy. Sometimes it makes mistakes. Sometimes those mistakes, they don't harm us. The mistakes will then get copied and then sent out perhaps to another host and then spread maybe more and more and more. So as I said, sometimes that doesn't hurt us, but sometimes it does. Sometimes those mistakes could change just how we get the virus or what exactly the virus does to us. So That matters because we want to know exactly what we're dealing with here. But the virus is going to be changing. One way that mutation can be helpful, actually, is it allows us to trace how the virus moves because we can track where the virus and its mutated version of itself has gone, where it's come from through the population. All right, those are the 4 questions that we wanted to tackle with you today. Thank you so much for submitting them, and thank you for listening, and thanks for being awesome, deep peeps that you are. If you want more, go to kqed.org/coronavirus, and you can always keep tabs on us here on YouTube on our community tab. Thanks so much, and stay safe out there.